Knicks down in New Orleans for the penultimate game of the regular season, man. Once again, shorthanded on the load management vibes. No Brunson, no Randall, no Block Nessmont to Mitchell Robinson, but the return of RJ Barrett made things very interesting for the Pelicans and very interesting for Knicks fans. We're going to talk about that. Knicks did make it competitive, man. They did fight valiantly, especially in the second half. Showed some good fight. Emmanuel quickly with 24 points, 6 of 10 from downtown. Quick continues to cook. And as we said, RJ Barrett, man, chipped in with 28 points from the field. But boy, oh boy, time and time again, Herb Jones and Brandon Ingram would find ways to kill these Knicks. And in the end, the Knicks just could not get the timely stops and will fall to the Pelicans, man. 113 to 105. You know, for the first 5 minutes of the game, as the Pelicans, because the Pelicans have something to play for here. They're in playing situations. Then they could even be the 5th seed, I think, in the West. So
the West is jumbled.
The West playoff tree might not be decided until the last day, until Sunday. So, but either way, the Knicks would find a way to keep this thing competitive. RJ came back from a stomach ailment. Mixed bag. We'll talk about that. I thought Quick was great today. 24 points, 6 of 10 from downtown. Had some filthy threes in this game. And yeah, I thought overall it was just an interesting game. It was a competitive game. And good fight by the Knicks, good fight. Josh Hart, I felt like he was in playoff mode with his hustle. And boy, one thing about Hart, man, yeah, that was his former team. You could be friends and whatnot, but once you square up on the court, he's locked in. And him and Ingram were going back and forth at it. I thought that was cool. I liked Sims. Jericho got in the game. No Mitch tonight, and Mitch got a much-needed rest. I thought this was the game to do it. I didn't want to see him out there battling with Valanciunas, but I thought Sims gave Valanciunas a nice little run for his money.
He did.
And then you had 5 assists from Hartenstein, man. I liked it.
Like you, man. I thought it was a good competitive game. You know, Knicks aren't playing for anything. This is just, we're just going through formality at this point.
Yeah.
So, as you noted, the Pelicans had something to play for. If I'm the Pelicans and this is a close one, which it was all the way through, I'm looking at my team like, man, we really missed Zion. Also, man, how competitive are we going to be in this play-in tournament? Right. Or like you said, they could even be in the playoffs, man. They're not even. We don't even know right now. Between the Clippers, Warriors, Pelicans, Lakers, Timberwolves, things can still, jump around. Not saying the Timberwolves can get into the play. Maybe they could. No, actually, they could. They could. They got 2 games.
Yes.
They got 2 games left.
Yeah. They can.
This is the West is really a mess. But getting back on track. Yeah, I like Quickly's effort. I liked RJ being able to get downhill. His 3-point shooting is just. That's got to change, man. His 3-point shooting needs to come around, at least hit timely threes. There were moments where he could have hit timely threes and he didn't. Like you, I liked what I saw from Jericho Sims. But I really liked what I saw from Isaiah Hartenstein. I felt like him not getting back into the game because he was really opening up the offense with his passing. That changed. Like what I saw from Obi tonight as well.
Yeah.
There was a good mix of everything from everybody, man. The third quarter belonged to Quickly, and for the fourth quarter, it belonged to RJ. RJ, when he got downhill, got to the line, that's when he was most impactful.
Yeah.
It's just a 3-point shooting, man. I'm quite concerned where his 3-point shooting is at because it's been for a while now that he hasn't been knocking them down. I mean, he had the timely one against Boston, but since then, it has been dreadful. I'm pulling up the stats right now just to see where it's shooting. I know I think it's under 20% at this point. It's just been brutal to watch. Let's see, just resetting it right now. Let's see. From the last 15 games, let's go with the last 15 games. Last 15 games, RJ's been shooting 21.7% from downtown. Just woeful, man. Absolutely woeful. He needs to figure out. He needs to do what Tibbs always says: stay in the gym, put up some shots, figure out that rhythm, because at this point, people are just leaving him wide open.
Yeah.
They're not even there. Thankfully, he can get physical enough to get to the line. But when it comes playoff time, they're just going to be sagging off, leaving him open on the perimeter, and daring him to knock it down.
Tonight showed something. Tonight showed that there was a culture tonight.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most undermentioned things about the upcoming series with the Cavs is one huge advantage that we have, which is on the sidelines. And tonight,
who would that be?
And tonight, Tom Thibodeau showed, I think, all of us that this team is used to competing. Like it's just in the DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't expect tonight. Like, we lost, whatever. We could talk about RJ. We could talk about whatever happened. But at the bottom line is they faced a team that came to win, and they competed, shorthanded or whatever. And it was just natural. Like, they just played basketball. And that to me is a huge sign going into the playoffs. And again, I'll repeat it. Like, nobody's talking about our sideline. Because we're supposed to outcoach JB Bickerstaff. We're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And Tibbs is on the hot seat as much as anybody else. So I'm pleased with tonight, the fact that they just came in here and played a team, in go mode, and they competed with them toe to toe. And I think that's a really, really big omen going into the playoffs.
I'm not really too concerned about the outcome, even like how most of the players played. And I know RJ bricked all them threes, but the thing is, like, when we get to the playoffs, if RJ is missing the shots, he's just gonna get benched.
That's what
I'm
saying.
like that is we have options.
You got options,
and it's not like a situation with like in 2021 where Julius was
right,
not producing, but we didn't have a second option to go to, or like another like lineup we could throw at them. It's like, you could point to like maybe Tibbs didn't adjust in that series, but what did he have to adjust to? We didn't have talent on that team. And this year we got a lot of guys that can do some stuff. And as far as like the rest of the season goes, like, let's try not to take so much conclusions from it. Like Obi dropping 35 and 38 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not probably gonna happen in the playoffs. Like, you saw how the Pelicans like kind of slowed that down. He was still effective, I think. But it's not going to be to like the extent, So I'm confident going in to the series, but it's like I'm not freaking out. I think we have moves we can make, and that's really all I have for you.
We got options, man. IQ. That's the guy. Appreciate the call, man. Remember that the show's available in audio podcast format, all the major platforms. Go to prizepicks.com, use promo code KFTV for instant deposit match of up to $100. Go to manscaped.com, use promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Al, great show. See you Sunday. Season finale. Peace.